Wait a while. I'm just coming up. Okay, so students, initially we will be discussing on what exactly you need to do for your final work. That is the topic which I have given it to you in the Google Sheet. It's clearly mentioned the name of the topic, and against your names, the serial number is being given because there are somewhere 15 to 16 or 17 topics are there. So against each of the name, there is one serial number. There is one serial number written on that. So it means against that particular name, that particular topic is to be covered. So you need to cover or you need to prepare your assignment. That is the final assignment based on that particular topic. Two of the students will be preparing that particular work. So it means if you two all are preparing for that particular topic, at least that topic should cover 12 to 15 pages minimum. So a very detailed version of presentation, or not the presentation, detailed version of article is required for that. So distribute among yourself what is to be actually presented or what is to be done by one of the candidate and what is to be done by the second candidate. Then correlate that one, both the articles, and present it, prepare it accordingly, and then share it on the as an Google Drive to that particular Google Sheet so that we can also go through it. I and Dr. Parvati will actually evaluate each of the your articles, and based on those, if something is required to change on, we will let you know how to do that. And secondly, once it's been finalized from our end, we too will prepare one of the article on the proceedings of this, and then we will submit it for the book proceeding. That is, this complete work is to be going to be published in a book. So based on your as soon as you people are preparing, actually I'm giving you only one week of time for that. Last you can say 6 weeks or so, in an initial week itself I told you that you need to prepare for that. Of course, four of the students have prepared on that. Two of the students have submitted it also. So it's good to see that students are working and they are taking it seriously for this work. And other two, of course, one have completed, Nikita has completed, and her partner still has to, actually she is not well, but still they need to correlate and present it accordingly. So this will take somewhere 2 days or so again. But second batch is also going to submit it very soon. I'm just hoping that you all guys can actually submit it as per your topics as soon as fast. So let us first. Are you able to see my screen here? Please. Okay. Okay. Just I'm giving you a rough idea how to prepare actually. You might be knowing how to prepare a story. A story has a background, a story has an introduction, then a story has a middle context on that, and then the conclusion parts comes in. But there are two ways actually to present it. Either to prepare it in a story form, that a background will be there, introduction will be there, middle content will be there, what all things are coming up, and then the way forward for that, and then the conclusion. One thing this you can do. Second, I'm just giving you an example of how to prepare any article actually once you submit it for publication. This is an article which is being actually been published by MIT University. I'm just giving you a rough idea how to go for it. What all the things are required once you actually guys are preparing for an article writing. So this is how the things are. On the top of this, and one more thing, each and every university, each and every college, each and every institution is giving the detailed format of how to prepare exactly the article is. in form of the format, also in form of the APIs and other things also. That font will be like this, and there is a standard guideline for this, which each and every institutions, once they are actually calling out for the publication, they are giving it to you. Even I too can share that public guideline to you, so that you all can actually prepare your work as follows. But it depends totally that if you are guys are preparing it or submitting it in form of article, then this can be a better way. Otherwise, if you are submitting it in form of stories, the stories will be covering that 12 pages to 15 pages. But then the format can be the different. So it totally depends upon you guys how you people are submitting it. Here, I'm only presenting it how to present in a article form, which is going to be published, or sooner or later you guys will be working once you are into the colleges and all. So, based on the topic, like I have given you the topic, a topic is written here. Then who is the writer, and what is his designation, and which institution he or she is working. So this is the initial way. Your topic will come, then your name will come, then your designation, followed by the institution, uh, college, university, or the institution, or wherever you are working. Then comes the abstract. Abstract is exposed. This is a format having somewhere 10 to 12 lines, somewhere 120 to 150 words of abstract will be there. And this will cover the brief detail about your work, which you are going to present. With the keywords, there can be keywords of 4 to 6 keywords out of this complete article. Suppose this is an 11-page article. So out of this 11-page, what all the things are the keywords out of that? So we are actually coming right out with some of the keywords. Here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 are the keywords. The general format is 4 to 6 keywords should be there. So whenever we are submitting an abstract for a conference, we are submitting in initial phase this only. That is the topic with detail and the abstract with the keywords. That's it. Later on the proceedings or on the submission of the day or on the presentation of the day, we are presenting it whole. The abstract will come, then followed by the introduction. Introduction can be given as a background also. Introduction can be come as an introduction itself. So based on the topic, you guys are preparing the introduction. Then once you, introductions can be somewhere around, you can say 200 to 300 words can be the introductions. And more or less, universities and other institutions are giving the guideline how much words an introduction can cover or the background. It varies actually. It can. Then the literature review. Suppose I am presenting any of the article, any of the presentation here. So I need to review some of the literature too. The previous work being carried out by some of the fellows, either 2 or 3 literature review we need to present. So likewise here also, and the presenter has given the presentation, introduction she has given, then she has submitted an literature review. A literature review, she is giving a referring who all have actually worked on that, the name, which book, when, in which year, and what all those highlighters on which this has been taken from. The literature review is there. And I'm sure here she has taken more number of literatures review. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, somewhere 7, 8, 9. Some 10 or 10 plus literature reviews are there. The attention was what happened on the stock exchange earlier or so. The story background, and just supporting to that story background, of course, she has taken a literature review. And then she has, then the third pointer is how to go for and research for that particular topic. What all I need to go if I am taking out as a research work for that? What can be the research methodology for that? What are the objectives? What is the samples I'm actually taking if I'm going for an research methodology? It can vary, of course, this can be a primary data and this can be secondary data. If it is a secondary data, the case is otherwise. If it is a primary data, then you need to present a sample and a sample period, data and a data source. And then chronology has to be presented, what all you actually have done. The definition of the event, normal and abnormal returns. It's a chronology route they have found. If suppose you are using some of the formulas on that or implementing that those formula on that statistics, so you need to present what all those formulas you are working in, and hypothetically or unhypothetically what all the things are coming, when what it can be the estimation procedures, what can be the testing procedures based on your formula, whichever you are guys are actually using it. And then comes the hypothesis, what all the hypotheses have come out of that. Fourth point can be the limitations of the study. There can be multiple limitations for each of the study. You need to think for what all those limitations are there. Suppose you are taking a topic for women and empowerment or role of women or otherwise, so many topics are I have actually referred to you at 17 to 18 topics. So what all can be the limitations? Because of pandemic, there is some limitations. You cannot go for offline interview and all. That is why you guys are using the secondary data. Likewise, what can be the limitations of the study? Data analysis you need to present if you are prepared based on the data analysis. Then once we are presenting a data analysis, here one point is to be noted by you all. Any of the graph presentation shall be listed out. How it can be? Suppose you are presenting one of the graph or 10 of the graphs, I must say. So you need to say here, figure 1, what can be the topic of that particular graph or the statistical presentation. And below this, of course, they have not given it here. Sometimes it's been given at the last as an appendix. Sometimes it can be referred or it can be presented here itself that what is the source of this particular statistics. So below this, you need to write it, the source. Likewise, if you see, a hypothesis needs to be actually worked in a 2-liner or 3-liner hypothesis, what all the things you have. This actually graph, suppose I'm seeing this graph, what all this graph is telling it to us in 2 lines. You need to present a hypothesis. Below the hypothesis, you need to present table 2, the topic of table 2, and then the source. So table 3, the topic, table 4, topic, likewise table 5, topic, and a hypothesis out of this. So likewise, you need to actually work on either you use a graphical presentation or use the statics on that in a table format. You need to actually give it likewise, so that it is easy to us to understand it. There are these numbers of tables or this number of presentations are there, correlations is being presented, and the source is this. Then comes the conclusion, and at the last, the references. And there is a definite format for references, that how to present it, the references, what all the references you have taken for the study of this. We are actually presenting it. Like the name of the article, actually, the name of the article writer. This varies actually. The surname comes first and the main names comes behind that, with year of the publication, name of the publication, what all the topics are there, and then at the last, which volume, if it is volume, on which journal, of course, which volume, and what is the page number of that. So this is the way you need to present it. So references can be there. You see, they have given somewhere 20 plus references here. So this is a definite format to actually present any of the articles, not here, of course, for the book proceeding. This is This is for, of course, the book proceedings. This is for your conference proceedings too. So students do adhere to these guidelines. Okay, but once, if at all you are not following the article uh, format to present, then you can go for an story writing presentation. But in story writing presentation also, format will be the background, the introduction, the main content, and the conclusions. There cannot be the limitations. You can include the limitations. You can include the limitations on that also. But it is not necessary once you are publishing it in a story format that you require to be present the limitations of your work. But the definite structure which I told you in in brief, it has to be there. So any queries as for that presentation, or would you like to say, or would you like to ask for that? Please let me know. As I will initiate the second presentation for the day. Any queries? Any doubt in regard to your topic? Any doubt in regard to your submission? Anything else from anyone? Nikita, could doubt है?
Yes, sir.
कुछ डाउट है जो अभी प्रेजेंटेशन हुआ उसके ऊपर कोई डाउट, या टॉपिक के रिलेशन में कोई डाउट, कुछ तैयारी करने के लिए डाउट, एनीथिंग फ्रॉम योर एंड, प्लीज लेट मी नो फॉर दैट.
No, sir. I just write in, sir. Notes, notes, sir.
Okay, one more thing. Suppose your partner, that is the second person who is going to be with you, he or she is not well. Of course, here no he is there. All she are there. Okay, so suppose your second writer or second partner is not well. It will take, because every corners of India we are actually assuming, or we are getting the news that every second or third person is not well today because of COVID or otherwise also. So just take a time, 2 to 3 days. I'm giving you 1 week of time. Prepare as for that. Within a 1 week, today is Monday. By next Monday, that is 17/7/24. By 24th, I required the submission of all the topics from you guys. So do adhere to that timelines. Do take care and do, of course, work as per those guidelines. Now let us. Okay, I need to close it as sample one. Now we all know there are the institutions, there are the government machinery, there are universities, there are colleges which are working not only for the education, making us to get educated or make people to get education. They have two things in hand, of course, to work for. It's not only they are to, all the institutions are coming only to make you guys, or all the government machinery, or all the um, colleges, universities, schools, the departments, ministries. It's not that only they are focusing only towards their specific work, but in whole, several ministries are clubbing their activities in a form that a general consensus can be made up, a general understanding can be built up, a general harmony can be there, and equity, that is equal distribution of work, labor, force, job, employment, education. It should be there for all. So equity should be there for those things. And higher education, if we see the higher education department, higher education institutions, that is all the universities, colleges, either BTech, MTech, MBA, post graduations, non-technical colleges, all are doing awesome work, and they all have come up with several of the initiatives so that equity can be built up and more students can come and join in for education institutions. Because education is the primary way by which we can actually transform or bring the changes across a globe. That is actually the main mantra to get successful either in the life or in the society, or of course develop a society which stays or remains sustainable, keeps thinking on for their own development, keeps thinking on for the society development. So this is some of the ways actually from the. It's not only that education is being the main work for given to all these universities. I'm taking here one of the case studies from government of Odisha since 2015 to 2018 or 19. What all those initiatives been taken up by government of Odisha. It's not that I'm anywhere inclined towards the government of Odisha or I'm the part of the government of Odisha also. But somehow I found the initiatives which are relevant to all the institutions and all the states. XYZ, I must say, all the 30 states are working in the same format. And the whatever the government of Odisha has done, it has been replicated or it has been done in other names, in other formats, in other states too. Firstly, secondly, I find some of the initiatives of government of Odisha, which can be actually say that we can say by which I can say that they are actually taking it a framework by which an institution or other states can actually build up for making other women for making for asking more and more girls, more and more women to come in and join in the institution for education. So let me give you the idea what all the things, what all the initiatives have come up. And two of the initiatives or two of the reforms which is likely to become in coming days or which can bring a transformation more and more. First is each state and each of the even the Union Government of India, they are more focused towards making girls to join in the technical education. That is for BTech and MTech. BTech and MTech courses, that is STEM, medical courses or technology-based courses. Government is focusing on that because we have a very less percentage of girls joining in the BTech, MTech colleges or the medical colleges. Of course, medicals they have the higher rate, but as compared to boys, as compared to men, it is very less. So government is more focused towards that. One of the initiative, some of the states are coming up. That is mapping of the siblings. What they do is uh, colleges are doing a mapping of the good students, of course. They are just mapping up the siblings who all are good, who all are coming under the positions in the classes, starting from 8th to you can say graduation level, who all are the best 15 students in class. And what they do is they ask these 15 students in each of the classes, starting from 9th standard to up to graduation level. They ask, do you have a siblings, either the girl sibling which is there in your home, who is going to be actually pursue 10th standard or who is going to in 12th standard or who is going to pursue graduation courses. So they fill up the form that, okay, I have a sibling. What the ministries or the people around that particular project they are doing, they are asking all the siblings to come in, write up an exam for that. Suppose they get an data of, okay, in my area, in my town area, we have somewhere around 15,000 students, those who are like such, having a sibling and they are good in studies also. So it means if they are good in studies means it gives two reflection actually. First reflection is the parents of those students are more focused. The students are more focused. And based on these two readings that parents are more focused towards their study, students are more focused towards their studies, might be the chances will be there that siblings, the girl sibling will be inclined towards this, or get fascinated by, okay, my brother is studying, I too will study likewise. मेरा भैया फर्स्ट आता है, मैं भी फर्स्ट आऊंगी, मेरा भैया साइंस करना चाहता है, मैं भी साइंस में जाऊंगी. So they presume that my brother or my elder brother or my elder sister is my role model. So this presumption actually helps him to ask all the machinery to take up the note of the girl students, those who are having a sibling, of course the elder siblings and good in studies. They ask all these siblings to come in, write up an exam in their wherever they are based out, either the schools and colleges. They are writing up the exams. Then the evaluation is being done. And then we get the of course exact picture of how exactly they are good in the education, either in the science or in the technology based or in medical sciences, by which actually we get the data that, okay, we need to focus around these many students for coming up engineering colleges or for coming up for the medical colleges. Then actually this data gives an idea that we can focus on, and government can plan a you can say induction plan for the students. It's not that government is saying that, okay, I am giving you a liberty to come in. No, this data gives the idea to the government that, okay, suppose in the previous year in 2020 we have 100 of the students, 100 of the girl students. Now based on this particular data, we are going to actually there will be an induction of 300 girls in our college. So we require to establish some of the infrastructure for that. We require to build up some of the support for that. So two things coming out of this sibling mapping actually. First is we get the data of how many students can come in. Secondly, what all we need to do for those girls once they join in. So this is one of the program which governments are focusing. Second program, of course, it varies, of course, in states to state, but they are focusing or they are asking more girls to come in and write the exams, the employment exams, so that more girls can actually go for employment. So this is two of the formats most of the states are following and most of the states are actually thinking for. Let me give you an idea of what government of Odisha have done up to now, and I will give you two more case studies, of course, and talk only. It will not be there as a slideshow. So let us see what all they did actually. Odisha State Higher Education was formed through a resolution by Executive Government of Odisha. State Education Council कैसे form हुआ? This is being given in the year of 2014-18. And what they did actually, the RD Women Autonomous College, Bhubaneswar, Kalikot Autonomous College, Barampur, GM Autonomous College, Sambalpur, were upgraded into universities. Sooner they becomes the Education Council is being formed. The autonomous college, which is having an infrastructure, good infrastructure, under Rashtriya Uchitar Shiksha Abhiyan, that is RUSA project, they declared these 1, 2, 3 colleges as a university. So it means they are upgrading the level of the college. Upgrading the level of the college means the college will get more fund to get in, and more fund can actually make colleges to build up the infrastructure. Then they form up a state open university at Sambalpur. So state open university, if there is an open university in a state, it means students of that particular state can actually fill up the forms as an outsider or as an correspondence students to get the education. This is a sort of reform. This is a policy reform, I must say. You guys should actually think for that. How a simple initiative can actually transform the education form. Then the 3 colleges were upgraded to model colleges. Model colleges, there are the criteria, what all those comes under the model colleges. Under RUSA project only. RUSA project is that Rashtriya Uchitar Shiksha Abhiyan of the MHRD. So it's not that model college they have formed, they have upgraded the model colleges. They asked some of the colleges to come under the women too, women colleges too, for Balasur Government College, Sundargarh, SCS College. So they are upgrading these colleges for a model college and to the women colleges. New model colleges have a setup of 8 educational background districts. What they did is, by these model colleges, they are targeting some of the backward districts of their states. That is, both Devgarh, Malkangiri, Navranpur, Nayagarh, Nopada, these all 8 districts under this. It means they are building up some of the infrastructure, and this comes under construction too. The model colleges being actually constructed in these 8 districts. UGC assisted community colleges have been opened up. It's not only that they have called to come only for or build up the ecosystem wherein colleges, colleges can be upgraded to universities or building up the model colleges. Now they are asking that there will be a community colleges too. So 3 of the forms or 3 of the layers they were actually thinking for. That colleges can be upgraded to universities. Model colleges should target the backward towns area, backward districts, backward cities, backward villages. Coming up with a state open university, more and more students can join in then. And then comes this, what you call is community colleges. So community colleges join-ins has been opened in 7 autonomous towns with trade-related courses. It means tourism and hospitality management, retail management is being actually inducted in that particular programs, in that particular community colleges. Earlier, it was not such. Higher education and government of Odisha applied to open B.Ed and M.Ed courses in all state universities and 16 government colleges. See, it's not only that they have called up for the regular courses, they have called up for the open courses also. This B.Ed and M.Ed, they had actually initiated that students can go in for an open B.Ed and M.Ed courses in all the universities and all the colleges. 1.2 lakh seats in junior colleges and 54,000 seats in degree colleges were increased so that more induction will be there. That's what I was actually thinking, telling you guys. What it means actually is, it's not that the number of colleges are of course upgrading. If an area gets in college, if an area gets in university, if an area gets an AIMS, if an area gets the technical university, it means the induction will be there. Gross enrollment ratio, that is GER of higher education, goes up. They are focusing that our GER for Odisha is 17.5 and it can increase up to 30% by 2020. Within a time frame of 5 years or 6 years, they are targeting this. So to target this, these all are the, you can say, policy reforms which they were focusing in. So then comes the recruitment. Of course, if the universities are there, then the colleges are there. There has to be a good recruitment, of course. So infrastructure grant to universities, colleges has been enhanced to provide stable infrastructure. Some fund is been granted to all those colleges so that more and more stable infrastructure can be given to those colleges which are being new. Government is committed to provide hostel facility to all girls students. See, this is what I was referring for. Suppose you get a data that, okay, we have, earlier we are having a 12 colleges in our city. Now we are having a 15 colleges or 17 colleges in a city. And the induction will be there for more for girls. It means, so if our establishment is having a less number of facilities to the girls, now we have to enhance those facilities too. So government is committed to provide hostel facility to all girls students. This is a one type of reform which Odisha government has taken up, that all the girl students, irrespective of the courses, they all will be getting the hostel facilities within the campus. At least, or whatever the best suitable campus they are actually thinking for the girl students, they can. So for which it has been planned to create 20,000 hostel seats in colleges and universities. Infrastructures grant have been provided in higher education establishments, institutions for hostels. Like such initiatives, actually, this is not an initiative where we are talking about safety of the girl. This specific initiative is asking or actually inducting more and more girls to come in to the education institutions. A simple initiative actually gives a more number of students to come in. Infrastructure grants are provided to non-government aided colleges too, at the rate of 12 and 12 lakhs per college in coastal and backward areas. It's not only for the colleges and universities this grant is being given. This particular specific grant by which they can build up their infrastructure for the girls, for the others, for the labs, and for all the things. It's been given so that 10 to 12 lakh rupees per colleges they can actually get in. In all the government colleges and vocational colleges, the laboratories were strengthened with a financial assistance of 18 crore. This is what I was referring for. Suppose you have a more number of students in your colleges, you get more number of students to come in, more number of girls to come in, but they require laboratories to work for, so that they can understand, they can think, and they can learn for learning there. So laboratories need to be upgraded or can be created or need to be constructed. For that, the fund is being allotted under this. One more thing, a very great initiative which has been actually taken up by Odisha government, that is establishment of language laboratories. What all these language laboratories are doing? They are actually doing two things. Firstly, if you see the new education policy, new education policy, we are talking more and more about the local languages to be there for initial learnings. That is from standard first to standard fifth to standard first to standard eighth. We are focusing as per that under new education policies. Now, Odisha government, they have think this language laboratories in the year 2015 itself. This actually gives the idea of inter-language skill, of course, to build up the inter-language skills. The Odia people will be skilled up for Hindi language too, for English language too, and students, those who are going to these language laboratories, the other language speakers, either the Tamil or the Telugu or Hindi, they too can actually join in and they too can learn the local languages. So this actually gives a better reform, a better understanding, so that we can actually establish such laboratories to get in or to upskill for the languages. In order to enhance the proficiency in communication in English, in order to enhance the proficiency in communication in English, 93 language laboratories have been set up in both in government as well as non-government colleges and short-term course in communication skill. English language is important in 25 colleges on pilot basis through these language laboratories. So I do mention this thing, that what these language laboratories are doing actually. In order to enhance the proficiency in communication in English language, 93 language laboratories have been set up both in government as well as non-government colleges. Short-term courses have been given through of the communication skill too in these pilot projects. A good initiative, of course, and it is giving a better understanding on the languages and a better understanding on the social skill and the communication skill. Then the HRD center in each university for capacity building of teachers has been set up. It's not only that this has been given, or this initiative is only for the students. A capacity building for teachers, because they too need to reform and they need to be upskilled for upcoming generation skills. So likewise, teachers to go for an upskilling programs. A central instrumentation center in Utkal University has been set up, because of which so many instruments are there now. They can actually train on those students on those instruments. So in infrastructure, and 339 adopt teachers in both the junior and degree colleges. Of course, if adopt teachers are coming, it means they are giving an opportunity to both the genders, that is male and female. 101 junior lectures have been selected through Odisha Public Service Commission's election training program. Induction will be there either in lecture programs or junior lecturers, degree lecturers, or in other government infrastructures, more and more, more and more there, more and more appointment is there. It means more and more opportunity for girls. Even some of the states can actually come in specifically reserve seats for the girls, for the girls. It depends upon the selection course of that particular state. It is this is not only the infrastructure. This gives an upskill of the teachers too, and this of course enhance the number of posts of the teachers to join it. Lady teachers I am talking about. Now comes to the equity. Government who have taken up the initiative for that. Government had increased the percentage of reservation for SC/ST category in education sector from 8 to 16.25% and 12 to 25. For SC from 8 to 16%, and for ST category students 12 to 22%. This is as per the social reform, I must say. Then comes for higher education, government has started implementation of interest subvention of 4% and 6% for boys and girls for education loans. If subvention of to the interest loan is 6%, and if the boys are there, 4%. So this is one more, of course, thoughtful, thoughtful initiative given by Odisha government. Request others to switch off their audio, of course. This is one of the more initiative. This is one of the one best initiative where students can come in, join in more and more because they get a subvention of on the loans, of course, the higher education, if the parents are coming in for their education loans. So this draws more students to join their institutions. Under the same scheme, they have approved 5 crore for providing e-content through virtual tutorials to the tribal students of the Odisha, and it will reach by July 2016. So it's not only that this initiative is being taken up, they have given under higher educations 5 crores of fund for e-content through virtual tutorials to the tribal. And I'm talking about this. Why I am talking about this is because in the year 2016, today in the pandemic, this might be very much helpful for those students or this infrastructure, the upskill of that infrastructure, upgradation of that infrastructure, upskill of those teachers. I am sure this will be a helpful actually for them to cater on, because with this, if they have utilized this particular fund at 5 crore of rupees, the virtual classes, the virtual learnings will be keep on going towards these tribal students. So that is how the implementation. That is why the things are coming up. Then comes the state quality assurance cell. Whenever we talk about education, it's not only that education is only to make you people to learn on. How we can upskill the quality of that particular education. Each and every institution, each and every government is thinking for either the state or the union. So based on those quality assurance, we keep on going for all the institutions like Amnaslangam to have gone for NEC accreditation, and other institutions are to applying for the NEC accreditation. There is a definite framework. Based on that particular framework, this accreditation is being awarded to the institutions. So based on that, each institution are actually upgrading their infrastructure to upgrading their students to upgrading their teachers to and the mentors. So this is what the state quality goes for NAC accreditation. Introduction of compulsory debate and group discussion classes for students of +2 and +3 colleges in every week to enhance the communication skill. This is more specifically required for all the gender actually. If you talk about the coming up skill which is required for each of the person, that is the communication skill and the general awareness among the students. So they keep on actually focusing in doing the debate and group discussions in schools and colleges every week. choice-based credit system, if you see the new education policy, this has been actually ABC of that. Under the new education policy, it's been called as an ABC. But in the year 2015-16, Odisha government has taken this initiative that choice-based credit system shall be given to. It's been introduced in 32 autonomous colleges and all universities of state during 2015-16. For all general degree students, CBCS would be introduced from the academic year 2016-17. So if you are doing a BA, BSc and all, this choice-based autonomous credit system is there. Again, I'm saying that it's not only now as per the NEP, it's been going to implemented in all formats. It's not under only for the CBCS. It's CBCS, not the CBCS, of course, ABC, and it will not only for general degree colleges. It is going to be implemented for all the BTech colleges, all the technical colleges and non-technical colleges. So it's a good initiative. Integration of skill-based subject +2 and +3 curriculum. And government has integrated 12 vocational subjects in streams of arts, science, and commerce. It's not that they are focusing only towards that academic of +2 or the +11, +1. They are integrating some of the vocational subjects to them. In the year 2016, they have actually opted it out. 10 vocational subjects have been integrated in degree curriculum for arts, science, and commerce from the academic session 2015-16 with a vision to enhance the existing employability skills. See, if I talk about the sustainability of what can be the outcome of that education, the outcome of the education is the job or the employment, and the sustainability of employment or sustainability of income generation can be in two levels. Firstly, the permanent job employee, those who are a permanent government job employee, they are of course there, and their job is secure. Secondly, out of if you see the bridge of the job and the ratio of this thing, a permanent job employee, government job employee to the non-government job employees, it is of course, I must say 360-degree, 180-degree opposite. Okay, so it means few number of people are coming under the bracket of permanent government job employee, and more number of people are there in non-government job employees. So to make their livelihood and the standard of living sustainable, each and every individual should go for a vocational learning too, so that the income shall come in for their family members. And that is why I must say that each of the educational establishment should go for vocational subjects, so that students can bring on their skill, and based on that actually skill, the employability can be generated, or they can generate a second income out of that. So that is why Odisha government too have taken this initiative, so that employability skills of the students can be there as per the National Skill Qualification Framework NSQF guidelines. So how they did is actually they went for the collaboration with several institutions, NSDCs, collaboration with TIS, Tata Institute of Social Science has been made and part skill training development training, teachers training, training to teachers, pilot basic, like our center. It is we are imparting nursing teachers training to the female members. So all those who are actually joining in, they are joining in for 1 year with our establishment, and they all are actually getting the experience with a certification that is to be given by Government of India. So likewise, entity is being given here. Likewise, entity can be given in any of the institutions. Okay. Capacity building development programs, leadership development programs have been organized under same Rashtriya RUSA under for vice chancellors, registrars, other officials. Each of the establishment, each of the person is being actually is going for faculty development programs and various other programs coming in. Training programs for principals, accountants, web-based accounting system for all government and non-government aided colleges, which actually impart, which is very much beneficial for them. So that is how they have actually come up for the skill development programs. Opening of different cell in all universities, all vice chancellors of the universities and principal of all colleges have opened student advisory bureau, career counseling cell, placement cell, internal quality assurance cell, equal opportunity cell. These cells are, you can say, mandatory for all the colleges and universities, and it is functional. In each of the colleges, in each of the universities, these are functionals actually, and they are working for the people, for the students actually, for the support of the students. Like research and innovation, each establishment, Odisha State Higher Education Council has submitted proposal of 196 crore rupees under research and innovation, because more and more research will be there, more and more innovation will be there. So more and more our people, the society will be, of course, at ease. This research is not only for using the or utilization of the grant. Research, by research actually, we need to say that we are making. So please mute yourself, Sophia. So it's not only that research is only for utilization of the fund. Research is saying that, okay, with this research, with this innovation, we are going to actually make people's life comfortable, people's life standardized, people's life more at ease. They can think for various other options. So for that, we required a fund to actually come in, and institutions are getting the fund from uh, government machineries. Likewise, lifestyle interventions, the two think for that if our students are there, what can be one of the measures or two of the measures by which we can transform the lifestyle of the individuals. So under this, Odisha government has taken the self-defense training program. Around 2.5 lakh students, girl students have been covered under this state youth policy, that is 2013, during 2014-15, and another 2.5 lakh students are trained during 2015-16. So a very biggest uses of the skill is self-defense training program. If the girls are going for a self-defense training program, not only the girls, if the boys are going for a self-defense training program, they actually develop the skill how to be in the society, what are all the things we need to actually do when we are among the girls, what are the things we need to actually do when we are among the society members, and what are all the things or what are all the implications of those activities if it is not in favor of society or the girls. So with this, actually, uh, it's a must activity for all the colleges and all the universities that they should go for self-defense training programs for their at least girl students. At least they should know they can build up their mind, body, and soul, which we keep on talking about once we are talking about the self-defense training. Self-defense training, it's not only that it's only that judo or taekwondo. It's a complete package where students are actually going for a definite set of training with the definite mentors, which is actually looking out for both all the three of the notions for self-defense. This is mind, body, soul. Distribution of laptop to meritorious students. You might have seen so many states, so many colleges are coming up with this distribution of laptop to meritorious students. It's not that they are only giving it to the meritorious students. They are actually with this distribution of laptops, they are asking students to come up and come up with the competition, build up your competition skills so that you can be a meritorious student, you can actually achieve this laptop. So it actually enhancing the capacity of the students or the capability of the students. Now, what all those implementation of public service delivery system? There is an e-governance, e-admission, e-dispatch, e-scholarships. It's been given in all the universities and colleges so that uh, through the technical interventions, through the platforms, through the websites, or through the uses of mobile apps, we can deliver this e-admission, e-dispatch of letters to all the students and even the scholarship. All India survey on higher education in Odisha has been done. Odisha is among the few states to achieve 100% target in data uploading at AISC, higher education data, that is So 95% colleges and 90% universities have already uploaded their data on the 20th March 2016. This I'm talking, why I'm talking for the year 2016, because in the year 2016 itself, they fought for what is more applicable or what is more required for the states like Odisha or for their students, because of which I'm sure the students will be beneficiary during pandemic. So 18 participants representing academic administrators, policymakers, university attended high. One more great thing actually they did is they have planned one higher education leadership forum. They have planned this activity. All the students, some of the participants, student, the team comprises of students, administrators, policymakers, college and university teachers, and they attended this higher education leadership forum in two batches, which was there from 8th to 9th and 11th to 12th in January 2007, organized this Mumbai. So if this leadership program is there, if the leadership forums are there in all the colleges and universities, I'm sure they can build up, they can actually support their students for this. So with this case study, of course, I'm ending up for the today's session. Any queries, please let me know. Again, I am telling you guys, and I request today, as because today is the last day, if someone would like to speak on in regard to this 6 weeks of session, he or she is of course uh, permitted to switch on her camera and audio too and speak on. I request at least 2 or 3 or the team leaders. Who all are the team leaders here? Who all are the team leaders? Let me see. Dolly,
Yes, sir.
request you to speak on this 6 weeks of class actually. And the second team leader too. What all you guys are thinking for that, how it happened and what all you guys done from this 6 weeks of training. And request all to switch on your this thing camera also, your video, so that I can have and pick, because today is the last day. Next, we will be meeting whenever you guys are actually saying, yes, sir, we require your support, then I'm there. Don't worry for that. But still, if someone would like to convey something good or bad about this 6 weeks of class, please let me know. Dolly, you can speak, please. Only one of the students have switched on. Let me go to other slide. Yeah, only one of the students have switched on their camera. That is Vetusraya. Okay. Vetri, would you like to convey something?
Sir, we know all basic knowledge about women and role of society and through you, sir, and through the CSS class. So we are very grateful to you, sir.
Anything specifically you are looking for or anything left out of this as per your syllabus?
So nothing left out, sir. We learned everything, sir.
Yeah, Dolly, please come in. Dolly, I'm waiting for you to actually speak on. It's not good that team leaders are not coming up. Mohan Priya, would you like to say something? Mona?
Sir?
Would you like to say something? Vivisa, yes, please come in.
Yes, sir. That was a very grateful session, sir. And you're from North India, that we are from South India, sir. So it's very connective one, sir. We are always try to communicate with the other people, other state people. We have some students from North India, but it's good that a person like you and media persons will have a class conducted class for us. So it was a very great session, sir, throughout this 6 weeks.
Thank you. Thank you. Dolly,
About
yes, please. See, it's not that I'm in North India. I was there in South India only for the last 15 years. Don't worry for that.
yes,
I've
sir.
been, I've been catering to all the countrymen. Okay, so Dolly, would you like to say something? I think she is getting network issues. Okay, she sent this. Sir, I try to speak, but I haven't too much network. Okay, no worries, Dolly. Uh, it's good to actually be the part of this particular CSS class that is for role of women in community and social science, social services. I request you all guys actually to switch on your videos so that we can have a pick, and then we can end up the session for the day. And out of this, it's not only that the classes are there. For that, I am actually been associated with Agnes Lingam. Last 2 or 3 years, I have been associated with Agnes Lingam for all the batches. Even there, I was connected with the students for research too. During pandemic, they did a marvelous thing. Before that pandemic, we were doing the content writing for the students of MSW. So it's great always to be with the MSW students and all guys, and of course the support given by Avnash Lingam and the Parvati Madam is awesome, of course. So thanks you all guys to be with me for 6 weeks, listening patiently to me, and of course submitting. I am actually looking out for your submissions to be there. Just make in haste that this is to be done by the end of coming Monday, that is next week, so that I and Parvati we can sit down and actually think on or investigate or scrutinize all those work which has been actually presented by you guys. So thanks to you all. I'm ending up for the day. Thank you, and it's good to actually be with you guys. And Nikita, would you like to say something? कुछ बोलना है?
No, sir.
Okay, then thanks. I'm ending up for the day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.